is for us to appreciate the the content of what is advertising. Now, advertising, you start with the planning. Yeah? If you don't plan, so by planning, it means you decide which messages should go out. And which medium should we send those messages to? Who is gonna read or listen or watch the messages? So it can be linked to planning when it says arrangements, scheming, designing, drawing, sketching, or plotting. So you're sort of laying a foundation. Okay. So planning is central, okay, to effective advertising. It proposes strategies for targeting the audience, presenting the advertising message, and implementing media. So when we say planning, uh, it it provides the needed focus. It's like you have very needed focus, bearing, and direction. So focus, bearing, and direction. Okay. Why do we need this? Right. Focus, bearing, and direction. We need them. They will help you to develop the right communication messages. Selecting suitable media, and after you have done that one, it means you can professionally disseminate the advertising messages to the targeted market. Okay. So there are a number of issues why we plan advertising, what is involved. Okay. Briefly, we say advertising is planned because of the following reasons. Okay. Number one, that's safeguarding the investment of the advertiser. Okay. What do we mean by this? We mean that to cut the cost of advertising. Okay, so the cost of advertising is borne by the client who finances the program. That's to say, uh, the client who finances the program is like if you advertise something, it's like you're advertising your product. You make sure that the one who you are targeting somehow is the one who's going to pay that one. That thing will give you, you don't have to spend more than what you're going to get back from the client. Okay? Um, so, the cost of the advertising is borne by the client. Okay? This is from the word bear. In other words, the client bears, okay, the finances of the advertising program. Okay? Planning, we're still on the same point, is imperative. It's important because it helps to package a campaign. Because you're planning, you know how to package it, make it. Okay, an advert, you have seen advert in different shapes, isn't it? Yeah. 2 minutes, the kind of personalities that are involved in the advert, the nature of message. That's what we call packaging. So the package of the way the adverts are packaged will lead to successful marketing of the goods or services. Number two, meeting the challenge of competition. So the other reason why we advertise is to meet the challenge of competition. Okay. In this case, what we mean is you want your adverts to be better than other adverts, isn't it? Yes. We have advertising agencies. Right. Okay. Uh, those just are just for advertising, eh? Yeah. For example, Tiakaru Production for Gospel Kazako, is an advertising agency. You can hear him advertising boom, different products, isn't it? But there are also other agents or agencies. So you can choose which agency. Can I use Gospel Kazako's agency or which one? So that's what planning is, meeting the challenge of competition. You plan so that you do better than the competition. Then number three, we have what we call satisfying consumers. So you cannot cheat a consumer. Once you cheat, you may cheat once, but not twice or 3 times. You will be discovered at some point. Okay. So the advertising must put uh, information in a way that can convince the consumer that the product is capable of meeting his needs or their needs. If they tell you that you can drive this car for 1 year without any breakdowns or without losing the coating, that's the paint, and you find just after 3 weeks the paint disappeared, you have deceived, you have cheated the consumer, isn't it? They don't come back to buy your products. So make sure that what is in the advert reflects the product or service. Okay. Um, Number four, the reason why we plan, it's high cost of advertising. Huh? Okay. So nobody wants to have an expensive ad, isn't it? So you want to spend within the source basket what you have. So to achieve that, you need to plan. Otherwise, if you haven't planned, you may end up overspending. You may end up overshooting your budget. Mhm. Okay, number 5, protecting the corporate image of the agency. Okay, we are referring to the agency. What do you mean? Like this school, eh? When they need an advert, they shouldn't make it here. They should go to an agency. Those agencies that are specifically for making adverts, isn't it? Taking videos, what? All right. Okay, for example, you want to make an advert about this school, eh? You cannot just, okay, you can just write a press release and send it, or somebody just talking, but would never be interested in that. Maybe no. So they're specialists, the agencies. So the agencies themselves, they're interested to protect their image. That's to say, they want to do an advert, so everybody should be saying, who made this advert? It was very good, eh? If it is very bad, people will say, who made this one? No, this is the agency which made this. Nobody will go back to ask for themselves. So, an image, when we say an image, is what people see you like. For example, when I see you, Chance, there, you have gone to barber shop, you have cut your hair. To you, that's what you want people to identify you with, isn't it? Then I see you. Maybe the way I see you is not the way you think I see you. You yourself, when you see yourself in the mirror, you see differently. You say, yeah, this hairstyle is nice. It's cool. But when I see you, say, oh, it doesn't look cool. You can't argue with me because that's what I see you. So that's an image. Okay. Mary, you go to a salon, make your hair. Eh? That's the way you want to be identified, isn't it? But when I see you, I think maybe different from the hair, isn't it? From the way you think. Eh? So the image is not in you, it's in the people who see you. Okay. And then we have, those are the points why there is planning. Okay. But not all campaigns are successful. There are some campaigns fail. Huh? They may fail because of several other reasons. Okay. It can fail because of maybe few resources, not enough resources. Such as manpower, the people doing it, isn't it? Finance, materials, logistics, infrastructure, and technology. You may not have all those things. All these have to be in place in their right quantities. So you have to beat deadlines or to maximize profits. Eh? So here we're talking about an agency. When we're discussing advertising here, but sometimes advertising is done within an institution. Eh? So if it is done within an institution, it's all the same. You want those who are involved in the advertising should work within this resource basket, within what is available. Okay. Um, and so you have to avoid also producing low quality advertisements, which cannot stand the test of time. Some adverts can be very poor. Eh? Nobody would even listen to that. Nobody would even watch it. Or they watch it, even before it goes for a second, into its third second or so. They switch off. There are too many adverts on this radio, eh? But some advert people listen, even dance with a song, eh? Okay. Challenges facing this advertising. What are the challenges? Number one, okay. Before we go to number one, it's that people cast their aspersions on advertising with doubt, right? And ethical and social responsibility considerations. Okay, we'll come back to those. These are the points. Number one, people think advertising is untruthful. Zabod is untruthful, dishonest, and deceptive, often using subliminal stimulations. What do we mean by that? Is you have seen these doctors, the witch doctors, what they publish, they put in the trees. You see them? Even on radio, they say they have drugs that can cure 36 diseases, including AIDS, HIV and AIDS. They say they can cure that. And now they have even added on the list corona. They will tell you. They bring in, okay, so they can be untruthful, dishonest, and deceptive, often using these stimulations. Stimulation means imitation, imitating real life in a dramatic way, in a scientific way. That's to say, okay, you can be put in a room and you can go, for example, they can put you in a room in a plane and you feel like you're flying. Those are simulations. Number two, advertising is manipulative. Yes, they can be manipulative. To manipulate means taking advantage of something or somebody. Okay. Number three, advertising is offensive and in bad taste, causing irritation and disaster. Yes, advertising. So three, it's offensive, but it can say something. This is the advertising. They will say, though, if you don't have children, you can have children. I mean, that's you can have a drug, so you have children. That can be offensive, isn't it? And in bad taste. Bad taste meaning it sounds immoral, sort of, and can cause hurt or irritation. For instance, advertising of condom, abortion, and contraceptive to pro-life activists. Yeah. It's common in the US where there are those who call themselves pro-life, and others they follow these methods of controlling life. As use of condom, contraceptives. Okay. 4, advertising promote sexual appeals through pornography and nudity. Okay. Advertising leads to wastage and extravagance. It can attract others to spend because of advertising, but also You spend a lot. Advertising requires a lot of, you spend a lot of money. Okay. Advertising creates and perpetuates stereotypes. When we say stereotype, you can just say, for example, they advertise about the good foods for KFC. So you may think KFC, everything is good there, but not as such, eh? You may think, yes, life is eating at a KFC. Okay. Advertising is sometimes superficial. So all those, you can read more about these disadvantages. It uses vulgar language, eh? The language which is not good. Advertising often is sensitive to the plight of vulnerable groups like children, women, and minority ethnic groups. Eh? Okay. It plays on people's fears, anxiety, and insecurity. And sometimes people buy things they don't want because they have been advertised heavily. Eh? So the people buy things at SPA, being pushed. It promotes materialism. Materialism means it likes the materials. Eh? Everything you think life is about material. So it promotes materialism. Okay. So those are the some of the thank you. Those are some of the. Uh, it also intensifies competition and increases cost of production. That's to say, um, organizations compete because they hear others advertising their products. Okay. Let's stop first recording here. It's a guy.